Hi, my name is Sean Moran, and today I'm talking about what are my dispositions that make me a successful teacher candidate. I think first and foremost, the thing that I take a lot of pride in is that I try to hold my students to a high standard, and I consider it a high standard of excellence. That's something that I do within my classroom today. We work really, really hard, and we set the bar really high, and my students actually kind of thrive in that environment. And I think it simulates real life the best that you can, because in real life you are going to have to raise the bar. You're going to have to be great, because there's so much competition out there for jobs, to be good at your job, just in general. So I try to mirror that as much as I can within my classroom. My next biggest asset that I think that I have, an attribute, is it's just fairness. And what I really mean by fairness is, picking one person over another or anything like that. What I really mean by fairness is creating a positive relationship with my students and understanding them and being fair to them when setting the bar and being fair to them when teaching them. Um, I every single day I make a point of talking to each one of my students, getting to know them, getting to know the way they learn, getting to know the way they process information. What issues is this kid walking in with every single day? How does that tie in with what we're trying to do within the classroom? How can I help him? How can we almost adjust what I'm doing to fit specific kids? The content, and I just trying to build relationships, and I think I have really good relationships with my students. Very positive, and I think that they like coming to my classroom because of that. Now, one attribute that I think I could work on, I could be a little bit better at, is really simply just the compassion aspect. While I do get to know my students and I do get to know what they're dealing with, and I try to listen to them the best that I can, I do set a high standard, like I said in the beginning, and we set the bar very, very high. And sometimes I'm not as compassionate as I could be when they don't meet that expectation. A bad week, a bad test, a bad assignment, whatever. There's always a reason. Sometimes when they're lazy, and there doesn't really need to be a lot of compassion when a student's being lazy. But when things are going on in their lives, and being a teenager is tricky. Being a high school student is tricky, and just having a little bit of compassion and trying to help them through those things. Letting them know you didn't meet the standard, the bar that we set, but that doesn't mean the next one you're not going to. We're going to work even harder to get there. So just a little bit of a compassion aspect. Now, what do I think a professional teacher looks like? Really just that, being professional, showing your dedication on a daily basis to your students. Being on time is part of the dedication. Never being late. Don't let the students beat you to class. Don't let them beat you to class after lunch. Okay? I think that's important. The way you look, the way you dress, the way you present yourself. I try to wear button-up shirts and a tie to work. I just want to. I don't want to look like a student. I want to look like a teacher, and I want them to know that I am their teacher. And sometimes looking the part is feeling the part, and all that. All that together. Also, I think a big part of being a teacher and being in any job is just always looking for professional development, looking to be better at your job, looking to get better, never thinking that you've made it. And I think that's a big part of what I try to do. I always try to do is looking to better myself as a teacher, through seminars, through professional development, and things like that. If you can do that, if you can do all those things, I think that you become a professional teacher, and I think that you can really make a huge impact in your students' lives.